Hey guys, Cyber. Relax, I was just gonna get there. Anyway, as this little buddy was saying, 80% of you aren't subscribed to the channel, so hit that subscribe button. It really helps. Hey, what Pokemon are you?
Starting off, we've got Pokemon Battle Trozei. Did any of you guys play like Trozei on the DS? No?
Never touched.
Dang.
Is it a puzzle game?
It is a puzzle game.
Good start, guys.
Okay.
I played the heck out of this game. For $7, I got a couple dozen hours of entertainment out of it. I would say that for a puzzle game, it's like a B tier one. Like, of course, I would play something like Puyo Puyo or Tetris over it. But for Pokemon-themed puzzle game anything, I think B tier is appropriate. If nobody has any objections, we got Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go to the polls, as they might say.
Pokemon Go is like so lit. I don't play it regularly anymore. Sometimes I'll re-download it when I'm going to like a major Pokemon event because like other people will be playing it and stuff. But like the summer it came out, nobody can deny that was like the most insane thing ever. And so just because of that, I kind of want to give it S.
I couldn't get items from Pokestops. Otherwise, I would have to buy in order or pay to win, basically.
Just because of your area?
This game. No, it's because for some reason, my character literally couldn't get items from Pokestops. I would go to Pokestop, I couldn't get items, and then I was like, you know what? I'm delaying this app. I never touched it again. But it was an okay game, I guess, if it worked properly when I was playing it.
I would give it like average C, but what do you think, Aaron?
I haven't played it too much like recently, but you know, still keep in touch with what's going on just in the scene, and a lot of my friends are still really into it. So there are issues with the game, obviously, and no game is perfect. I'm inclined to give it higher than C though, personally. Like just because it was so unique as a game when it came out, and still there haven't been that many games that are similar to it.
I'll give it a C.
I'd probably give it a C, but I've never even tried to battle.
I would probably give it an A to a B.
I think B is fair then.
I think B is fair, yeah.
Out.
All right, so Pokemon Shuffle is basically Pokemon Trozei 3. So I'm guessing none of you played it.
No.
No, I played this on both 3DS and mobile. It's the same fun stuff. I think it's good. I don't like how slow the lives come back. It takes like a half hour for one life to come back. I think, again, B tier, like, this game, fun for short bursts. So, Pokemon Treta. So this is a...
I've never even heard of that before.
I've never even heard of this one either.
Meatball actually knows the name.
It's honestly really impressive, dude. Like, it's impressive.
No wonder Meatball wins all our trivia quizzes.
Yeah.
What?
I know, I mean, I know way too much about this stupid franchise. I'm going to put this in Hub because clearly none of you guys know what this is, and I have never gotten the chance to change. So it was one of the arcade games like Batrio and Gaole and all that stuff. Yeah, it's the Japanese only arcade games. That's basically what it is. You're not going to find a machine for it in anywhere in the US. If you're lucky, maybe in California. But aside from that, anyway, back to Pokemon Trozei again. No, nothing.
I actually recognize the cover, but I literally don't know anything about the game other than the cover.
This is the only one that released.
Right?
Yeah, this was the only one that released physically, and it was kind of bad for a game that was full price. For mobile, like Battle Trozei and Shuffle were fantastic, but this one, like, I would put it at D tier.
I've heard that.
The mechanics are not as good as the other games, and it's a game ahead of its time because of it coming out on the DS rather than like mobile devices.
Yeah, it should have just been a mobile game.
Yeah. Pokemon Art Academy for the 3DS. So this was an interesting one. I think it had like one of the drawing tablets that came with it. This one's actually kind of cool with the way that it teaches you, but I don't really like drawing, so I never touched it.
Never.
I don't think any of us.
I guess it goes to Ha just because we never touched it.
Yeah, I think we can definitely do a Ha. I mean, at least we know what it is. All right, so Pokemon Battle Revolution. S tier.
I love
animations.
I agree. I agree.
Television.
Even like I haven't played it since it came, like obviously since like that era.
Since the old
I spent
days.
so much time. I mean, what I would do for them to remake this game and just like have VGC being played on, like
I wish that there was like DLC pushed out, because
it.
I know that they had like the channels for stuff like Mario Kart Wii and Skyward Sword.
One of my favorite memories of Pokemon VGC back when this was out, I would like build up my teams on the DS and then put them on Battle Revolution and battle in the ranked mode or the battle mode or whatever on there. Loved Battle Revolution so much, and the battling looks awesome.
Yeah, there was no game like this. I mean, our style was good too. The fact that you could play, this was like the first game where you could actually like go online and play random people. We didn't have Battle Spot or Battle Stadium until like Gen 5, and this game was magical. Like the fact that even the in-game stuff was actually pretty fun with like some of the Coliseums. There were like some pretty cool challenges, but this game just had it all, and it was like absolutely stunning. They even had like the original announcer from like the Gen 1 anime as the commentator for this game. Like it just gave you a magical energy. It was truly incredible.
All right, so Pokemon Box Ruby and Sapphire. For some reason, this game is the most expensive thing on the GameCube, and I don't know why. It's literally just like the bank and home, the stupid things that you use nowadays.
I agree with the D tier. Like, I wanted it, but I just couldn't even find it anywhere.
But aside from that, yeah, it's just a storage unit.
Yeah.
So, Pokemon Channel is another interesting one. I liked this one, but it was so short. Basically, they had, like, different mini-games. It had all of the episodes of the Pichu Bros, if you know the little shorts that Pokemon did. It was not worth the money that you would buy a GameCube game for. Absolutely not. Stick with Coliseum and XD. It was cool to have those animations, and for that, I would think C tier. But aside from that, that's like the only redeeming quality about it. Coliseum.
Oh, yeah.
This is like A for me. A or S, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking Coliseum's A, and then I think I liked XD more, and XD would be S.
Coliseum. I like Coliseum more than XD.
They were higher difficulty than other Pokemon games, and
yeah, I remember I definitely enjoyed playing Coliseum more than XD. I don't know if that means it was a better game.
XD rumors where like West was supposed to take over like the evil team was actually really cool. They didn't follow up with that, but it would have been a really I think they're both really cool games though. I really do like the different approach they did to a different region, and I really again love double battles, and I think this game was super sick.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I just liked XD a little bit more because it felt more polished than Coliseum, like even just like graphics wise. Obviously XD came second, right?
Yeah,
they're both really good. Like I hold them both in like very high regard, and what I would do for another like version.
Pokemon Conquest. This game, this is the best spin-off that has ever been made in Pokemon. You ever play Fire Emblem? You ever play Final Fantasy Tactics? You ever play Tactics Ogre? It was just such a good entry point into tactical RPGs, and it was the reason I started playing Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics, and all of those other games. So for me, this goes above like Battle Revolution. Like to this point, like this is the best thing that Pokemon has ever done. 1000%.
Has anybody else played it?
Yeah, I have. It's an amazing game. I do love it a lot because I also do like Fire Emblem. I wouldn't rate it as high as like the top S tier. I do think it's like an S or A tier for sure though. But one thing that with the tactical games is like accuracy and crits in this game are pretty frustrating. At least you don't lose units if you like choose like there's no mode for that.
There's no perfect.
Yeah. No, it's a pretty short story. It's really enjoyable. I really like the tactics in this game.
Yeah, I can agree with that. As long as it's an S tier, I mean, this game's fantastic. Go play it. If you haven't played it, go buy it.
You've honestly convinced me, Meatball. Like that's very.
No, seriously.
Praise.
Like literally, just go on eBay, type it right now. Like anyway, Pokemon Dash, D for Dash. This game sucks. Moving on. Yeah, it was like one of the first forays of Pokemon on the DS. Detective Pikachu, though, on the other hand. This game's not poopy, but it's basically like, what if Pokemon had some elements from Ace Attorney mixed in terms of like the detective portions of it, and made it into a fun game?
I don't think any of us have played other than you.
So like C, maybe it sounds like.
Let's say bottom of B. Hey, you Pikachu. The game does work. The microphone doesn't work.
Yeah.
I've never even seen this game, honestly. So.
It was really fun for like me to play as a kid. So there was a mic and you had to tell Pikachu what to do. So like Pikachu, eat that apple. Pikachu, use Thunderbolt. Pikachu, surf.
In
probably
D. It's better than any of the other games, but it's definitely like, it has less intrinsic value as like Channel would.
Yeah, it had novelty, and it was fun for a little bit, especially if you were a young kid. But other than that, it wasn't good.
So Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. These are the first games in this series. I'm gonna bump Red up here with with Blue.
It was A at least for me, if not S.
These two, yeah. These two are absolutely A.
I loved all of them. I would rate all of them somewhere between A and S. I just don't remember many specifics between each game.
Overall, fantastic games. Great gameplay, great soundtracks. Thunderwave Cave, by the way. Oh my god. It's like the best soundtrack I've ever heard. Now, Time and Darkness, they were the original two. These two are A tier, but Explorers of Sky, that's tier 1.
Was that the one that came after?
Yep,
this was the third version. This was the one that had like the special episodes that expanded upon the stories of like Bidoof. Sky is on the Wii U eShop. Buy this game. Get it before the Wii U eShop goes down.
Now, I actually do have a hot take. I'm not the biggest fan of the actual dungeon mechanics, the actual gameplay, but I do love the boss fights. I do actually like some of the boss fights. Like,
dude, nobody can forget like Primal Dialga's boss theme. The music is very, very important in Mystery Dungeon, at least in my opinion. And those soundtracks were also very, very well done.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my top games of all time, but for our Pokemon spin-off, yeah, S tier, no doubt about it.
So the sequel to that, Gates to Infinity, was the first misstep of the series. It was shorter. It was much more surface level in comparison to the previous two stories. It was still fun. There's really nothing very memorable about it. It was mid.
I think I skipped out because I heard like so many reviews for it were like, this is underwhelming follow-up.
Yeah, there was no following up Sky, really, to be fair.
Right.
I still think it goes in B. And I guess because we've already talked about all of the other Mystery Dungeon games, let's not forget about the WiiWare exclusive ones, Blazing, Stormy, and Light Adventure Squad. These three only just got an English patch made by fans last year.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, that's why.
I've heard about these because I only knew that I was looking at Mystery Dungeon games and like I found out that these exist. I'm like, wait, they're only in Japan? And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, on a dead service that you can no longer purchase from. So I've played them. They're too short to really be as good as the other ones. I would still call them very fun, like C tier level, but they're definitely, you could play any other Mystery Dungeon game and get a better experience out of it.
Pokemon Pinball. Let me start with this one. Amazing game.
It had the massive cartridge too. That was amazing.
If we put it next to like Battle Revolution and Pokemon Coliseum, no matter what you do to Pinball, they're not touching those games for me. So, but I think it's B because it was a very fun pinball experience with Pokemon.
I had this game like complete in box at one point when I was a kid, and I played the crap out of it. I always made sure that I had the battery in the cartridge for the rumble feature, so that it would be able to understand what the heck I was doing, and I loved it. I just
you guys
I definitely think like Pinball's B.
I played the Game Boy Advance one like slightly. It was fun, but it was like a very distant memory. So
okay, now this next one is literally like a CD, like how to play Pokemon TCG that came out like 2 decades ago. It's a tutorial. I think it kind of deserves haunt tier.
No, actually, it deserves to go above Pokemon TCG Live because I'd rather play this than the current. All right, so I'm gonna swap these, but Pokepark.
I've actually enjoyed both my experiences with Pokepark. I think this was like something one of my friends gifted me, and I like tried it out, and then I got hooked. And yeah, it was just like a lot of fun mini games, and it was just really enjoyable.
They also were really good graphically.
I think it's either the highest B or the lowest A, because I think they're really solid games.
I think the first one goes highest B, second one goes lowest A. Pokedex 3D. It was the little app that came on the 3DS when Gen 5 came out. It was just a way to look at 3D models of Pokemon before X and Y came out.
This wasn't even a game, right? What was it even?
It wasn't a game.
Yeah,
actually, this one was free, and then they charged you $15 for Pro.
Or D.
Is there a way to add a tier and make F?
How can interchangeably be F?
Rumble Rush was only supported for a year in the United States.
What was it, Meatball?
It was a mobile game. It was a mobile version with microtransactions of Pokemon.
I don't even know what Rumble World was.
Rumble World was the same thing, but for 3DS and better supported. So Pokemon Rumble. This first one was on Wii Virtual Console. It was just a button masher. It was mindless fun. And for that, I put it in C tier.
I've only played the second one, and I don't even remember why I decided to play the second one, but I had it.
The rest of them are all poopy. So Rumble U was the one that had the little NFC figures, not NFTs. We have not gotten to that point. NFC figures that they sold in little grab bags at GameStop, and you didn't know what you were buying. The game was not fun because every level was in an arena that looked the same. Terrible game. Never play it. The little figures are cool looking, though. Rumble World was the first one that introduced microtransactions and actively made me want to punch through the console.
I didn't know 3DS games had microtransactions.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did.
Yeah. Well, that's why like stuff was like Pokemon Shuffle was on there, and it had microtransactions too. And Rumble Rush was more of the same.
Okay. Magikarp Jump though. What's Magikarp Jump, Meatball? it was free,
not
right?
worth your time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Flappy Bird type deal, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, fun fact: Mr. Chaotic Meatball here holds some world records for speed runs in Pokemon Picross, and I could say this game freaking sucks. Let's put it at D tier. I did it just so I could have some clout. It's a game where it gives you numbers.
It's like a number puzzle game.
It's like a number puzzle game, and the numbers would show you a pixelated picture of the Pokemon. Pokemon Quest is another one of those mobile games that was not fun. This is like the closest thing Pokemon has ever done to an auto battler, but it's not even really an auto battler.
No, it was like almost close. I played it on the Switch. It was like worth your time to play it for like 20 hours and have some fun with it.
I only got a couple of hours before I got hard-walled and had to pay money, so that makes me want to put it in D tier. If I can't finish it for free, I don't want to play it. Okay, so next up is Pokemon Treta Lab. This was the 3DS add-on to the second Pokemon arcade game that we put in Ha earlier on in the video. So we're going to put this in Ha, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Yeah, so you guys ever play Tetris Attack?
Yeah, that's what this is.
This is what this is, and because of that, they go in S tier. And the GBA one goes in A tier because I'd rather play the N64 one. Actually, I'd rather just play Tetris Attack. I don't like the N64. Oh yeah, Tetris Attack is like the best.
No, not Tetris Attack. Pokemon Puzzle League.
Well,
I
Puzzle
know
League is Tetris Attack. Yeah, it's just reskin Tetris Attack. So yes, I would just say it's better to play on the SNES version that was actually Tetris Attack.
Yeah, this is Ranger.
James, you sound enthused.
I love the OG Ranger. Like, I played that. It might just be the nostalgia. Like, I feel like nostalgia hits me too hard on all of these, but like, I spent so much time playing the OG one. And I remember specifically because I was one time on like this bus for like 10 hours, and I dropped my stylus like into the vent of the bus.
Oh my god!
And I was like, how in the world am I gonna play this? And so I had like a mechanical pencil with me, and I actually literally just used the mechanical pencil to play for the entire trip and destroyed the bottom screen of my DS. But
insane.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
As a kid, I lost most of my styluses, so I tried playing this game, and I just remember getting frustrated trying to catch the Charizard. I never ended up beating the game because I couldn't get past the Charizard because all I could use was my fingers, and like my fingers were pretty big, so I just kept hitting the fire, and it just breaked a loop.
So I think Ranger, from the little bit that I played of the original, is like B tier, but they like steadily increase in quality as they go. Like bottom of A with Shadows of Almia and top of A for Guardian Signs. Pokemon Snap, I've never played, and
I've never played.
I played Pokemon
really?
Snap.
What?
I played a ton.
I played it. I loved it. Maybe it's the nostalgia, but when I played it, I was like, this is so different from like all the other Pokemon games I've played.
Yeah.
It's like so unique, and like, I don't know. It was just such a refreshing way to enjoy the franchise in a way that like I never thought you'd be able to.
Objectively, I'd give the old one B and the new one A. Like, the new Pokemon Snap's really immersive in my opinion. They put out free DLC. There's a whole lot to do in the game. It really makes the game worth it. It's not just like, oh, why would I want to take a picture of a Pokemon? It's like, if you are a true Pokemon fan, I feel like it's something you enjoy.
Stadium and Stadium 2. These two were like the original ones, like before Coliseum, XD, Battle Rev.
Battle Revolution.
These were the way you played Gen 1 and 2 competitive on screen.
As a kid, I would wake up, play Pokemon Stadium, go to sleep. Like, wake up, play Pokemon Stadium, go. Like, I had the strategy guides. Oh god, Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. I would put them both in S tier. I don't think they're better than Battle Revolution. They also have mini games. So like, imagine like
mini games alone. I put them in like.
Oh yeah. No, the mini
like
games.
VGC players literally will bring like N64s and like play Stadium and Stadium 2 mini games like that. When I was like first starting out in VGC, that's what we would do. Like 2011, 2012, 2013.
Like imagine Imagine Pokemon Channel minigames mixed with Battle Revolution.
They also had Pokemon Stadium minigames. There were setups you could actually play towards the end of 2019. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. They have them at events.
I don't know if they still do that now because of
like the regulations and stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah, they were having like TVs with N64s set up to play the mini game.
That's so awesome. Speaking of the formats that get played at tournaments with VGC, how about some TCG love? We've got TCG 1 and 2 here. I would build Jank Charizard, like energy burn decks. Of course, I built Haymaker. It was a really good way of being able to play, and you could duel each other with a link cable. I think this was like the first way of being able to do like a competitive Pokemon TCG game with other people outside of just the cards.
I don't think it's like a blowing anybody away kind of game, but like it's good at what it's supposed to do.
I think this goes in A tier.
I never played the Japanese one, but I imagine it could probably just be like next to the original.
It's better, way better. Longer game, much more to do, more cards. They introduced like the Team Rocket set into it. All right, so this next one is going to be another This is the Thieves and the 1000 Pokemon.
How do you know this, man?
Give us the 3-sentence rundown here.
Honestly, I don't even know enough to be able to give you a real sentence breakdown of it. I just know what the title is, and I know what the like. It's going in, anyway, Pokemon Dream World. This was the best aspect of Generation 5. Fight me. Like, just fight me if you disagree.
Was this actually a game though, or was it just
it was a browser-based thing?
Yeah, you play it on your PC to get the Dream World Pokemon, then transfer it over to your Black or White game.
This is how you got hidden abilities in the original Black and White.
Do we count this as an actual game though, or
it was a game? There were mini games.
There were mini games, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like for what it was, it's basically like Pokemon Channel. It was very slightly a game and had some value, but not enough to be like a full-fledged game worth like ranking higher up.
So it's also in C.
Yeah, it's better than Pokemon Channel though, for sure. Pokemon Typing Adventure DS.
I actually grew up like playing a lot of typing like PC games like at school, like at the computer lab there.
Yeah.
I forgot whatever they were. Those were lit. It actually helped me learn how to type. So.
Yeah, same here.
Out, I don't know.
Ha or D?
I think actually it goes at like bottom of C. It's actually an entertaining game.
Okay.
All right, so Pokemon Duel is a discontinued iOS Android game that was essentially the Pokemon trading figure game, but
on
revamped.
mobile. The Pokemon Duel was a physical trading figure game that you played tabletop. They tried to remake into a mobile game, and I think the mobile game had like issues with it that stopped it from progressing further, but it was another game that was kind of cool for what it was, just not implemented well enough to last. So like I would put it in C because I think it had reasons to like enjoy it. It just didn't have the longevity to have a growing base.
But it was definitely cool for what it was, and I wish more people got to experience it. Anyway.
So my Pokemon Ranch, is that just like box and bank?
It's the WiiWare version of like bank and all of those. If you filled up every spot, you got a Mew, which was cool.
Yeah.
My Pokemon Prison, D tier. It's not a game. It's just like a simulator for. So the last two, Camp Pokemon, I literally have no idea what this is. I'm guessing it's like a mobile like title, but Pokemon Dream Radar. Oh, Dream Radar.
I don't know what this is.
This was the 3DS title that got you the Therian forms of Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus in Black 2, White 2.
As well as the hidden abilities. The only way to get the hidden ability genies, which was actually really crucial sometimes.
Yeah. Wasn't it more for Thundurus, though? Because Landorus just, you wanted Intimidate. Like,
no, Landorus, regular Landorus Sheer Force actually was pretty important because it did win 2013 Nationals, I believe. And then 2013 Worlds, Defiant Tornadus won. So they were actually very impactful to the VGC back in that day.
It was just a little mini game. It was like $3. It was worth the $3, especially for the legendaries. So I would say for what it was, it's C tier. It has intrinsic value. It's not expensive, and it was fun enough.
For competitive too, if you.
It was an AR game like Face Raiders or like. You know,
yeah,
Face Raiders.
It was like the Face Raiders of Pokemon.
Yeah, so Yeah, I loved it. Another thing that I noticed wasn't on here was Rescue Team DX. But as a remake of the original Red and Blue, that also introduced like Mega Evolution into it, which was pretty cool. I still don't think I played and or liked it more than the original Red and Blue Rescue Team.
I heard they added some quality of life features, but I never actually played the game. I've heard people enjoyed the extra quality of life stuff, so
the quality of life stuff was definitely helpful, but I didn't think that the game needed it to be better. But it's appreciated that they're there nonetheless. So I would say put it like right at the point that Red and Blue are.
Yeah, and then there are 2 more games that actually aren't on this list, but we should talk about, which the first one I don't think any of us has played. It's Cafe Mix. I don't know if anyone's actually played it. Meatball, maybe you have.
So Cafe Mix is that puzzle game where you just swirl around the Pokemon in it's on Switch and mobile devices. I've played exactly 10 minutes of it, and then I got bored because it's really not a puzzle game.
Fair. So
D.
And then the last one is Pokken Tournament, if I recall correctly.
Yeah,
it is.
Pokken Tournament's pretty lit. If you
we don't have Unite on here, do we?
Oh crap, we don't have Unite on there, do we?
Those 2 of the bigger ones, honestly.
Unite probably counts as this too.
Unite, I would say, is like S tier.
Yeah,
sure.
Unite's
S
tier.
I love it. I mean, it's so fun with 5s. It's so the solo queue experience, I think, is still so terrible, but like,
yeah,
it's a good game, and I love playing with friends. It's like one of the. I actually consistently still go back to it, so it's S tier for me. Just in terms of value.
Like I enjoy playing with you guys because that's the only time I ever get to play it. And that's my main account, and I don't want to ladder past you guys.
No, I look forward to our Pokemon Unite Thursdays. They're fun.
They are very fun. Those and
Pokken.
I almost can't. I really can't talk about Pokken without counting the arcade, Wii U, and Switch versions as separate things. The Wii U version with like Shadow Mewtwo, it had the amiibo card for that, which was cool. I also think the Switch DX version had Shadow Mewtwo, but the arcade version didn't. It was cool. I think it's cool that it's a 3D Pokemon fighting game that's like third person. There's not very many fighting games that do that outside of maybe Dragon Ball Fighters. I think that's like the only one that I can think of that does that kind of thing.
I would put Pokken Tournament in A. I don't think it reaches S for me personally.
Yeah, I'm not much of a fighting game guy outside of my traditional 2D fighters, so I would. It's not my cup of tea, but for a Pokemon fighting game that's in real time and not turn-based, I definitely think it goes there.
All right, then I think that's our tier list of all of the Pokemon spin-off series. It's probably not all of them. There's probably a couple of obscure ones or something, or I don't know, maybe the Haws shouldn't be Haws, whatever. But let us know your thoughts on this, and Professor Meatball will flame you in the comments. So look forward to that, and thank you for watching.
Actually, they are going to flame us because we didn't rate Trading Card Game Online or Live.
Oh, those... Do they count?
Live doesn't, but online does.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so we forgot PTCGO, Pokemon TCG Online. For what it's worth, I think it's like a B because it does what it's supposed to do. It's just literally a Pokemon TCG simulator if we're going to be counting that on here.
It's just outdated with the mechanics that
it's just outdated.
And Live is good with the mechanics. It's just like still needs work with
Live
the functionality of the cards.
Is in alpha, beta, alpha. Like
yeah.
The
visuals are kind of bad, but it plays the game well enough to the point where I'm okay with playing the game.
Yeah. So PTCGO will put in B tier. Live we will not rank.
We'll put in probably C tier, I would say right now. But
thanks for watching our tier list today.
That's it. Oh, but we forgot. And that's the end of the video.